summer is the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tonyan. The numbers last week for Tonyan. 4 catches, 53 yards.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is #1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
Yeah, he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go to work here for the first time, leading them out, the 11th overall pick of the 2021 draft, Justin Fields out of Ohio State. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is
after review the play, the rule on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. That's complete to the former Aggie Jay Sternberger. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Rodgers now on 1st down. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The completion there for the reigning MVP. And Charles, even though he's slip-sliding towards 40, it is certainly a tough task to ask a defense to stop Aaron Rodgers. But what can they at least try to do to slow him down?
I think for him, is take advantage of the few opportunities he gives you. He's not going to throw very many interceptions, so if you get a chance to get your hands on the ball, you better take it. But if you can get him off the field on 3rd down, that is a huge one. Be able to blanket receivers, knock the ball free, but get off the field because the longer that drive goes.
That's a Packers touchdown. Robert Tonyan, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers have taken the early lead. Now, this is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really haven't. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. Get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. 3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October, but what have you seen from these guys so far?
Well, what I've seen is a team that's still figuring out all their pieces because they've got some new faces from a year ago, add in some new draft picks. Sometimes it takes a month or so before you really start to gel as a team and for those players to figure out their roles. But right now, I see them starting to elevate.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a run with Montgomery. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Simply not much more you can ask out of your running back. Over 100 yards and the 3 touchdowns.
And for an old coot like me, I loved it because he did it on the ground. A running back taking control of the game. That's what I like to see.
Hold on. An old coot?
Coot, C-O-O-T.
All right, I'll look that up later. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up in a 3rd and 9 situation. Now it's Fields. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On the return comes Cobb. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. And good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't they? Because it looked like they had things pointing in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight. And that means this game is vital, extremely important, because if they fall 2 games below 500, the road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult.
Evades the tackler, and now some space. The 30. 10. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6. Crosby with the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. On 1st down, Montgomery. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On the ground, it's Montgomery. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Following the penalty, Montgomery. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 37.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. It's Montgomery. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. They run, Montgomery. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. David Montgomery with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bears have cut it to within a score. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it was David Montgomery's touchdown run that polished it all off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning. Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. 94 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. From just shy of midfield, Rodgers. He gets this to Davante Adams.
And another nice catch there for a first down by Davante Adams. That's something we're quite familiar with. Last year, the NFL leader in touchdown catches with 18, tied for 2nd in receptions, 5th in receiving yards. Add it all up, arguably the top receiver in the NFL.
On first down, Rodgers throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Meanwhile, Rodgers throw into the hands of Cobb. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 33. And again, it's Rodgers. Slant to Adams. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Here's Rodgers to throw. He hits Adams complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now a play fake. Rodgers. He hauls it in. Valdez-Scantling for the Packers touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions, and they're a PAT from going up 21-7.
Yeah, very impressive the way that they've moved the football. Full command of their playbook, full command of the way they wanted to attack.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And it's now 21-7. That time a 9-play drive. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. David Montgomery ready to take the field for the Bears' next possession. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space. and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with the run so far. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Fields. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Scramble drill there, partner. Some teams have some pretty good rules for it. Others are just saying make sure you work your way back into the sight lines of your quarterback, even if you take the play deep. And that's what they attempted to do on that one, unable to connect.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Now they go for it on 4th down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. This one swung out here to Jones. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. From the 39, Rodgers. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing now is Rodgers. Jones has it over the middle. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. The kick by Crosby is good, and they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. So a little padding here at the end of the half as a turnover leads to 3 more points.
And this has certainly been an opportunistic bunch here in this first half, and they're playing complementary football. Defense takes it away, turns it over to the offense. They converted it into points.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. Meanwhile, Fields' throw pulled in by Robinson here. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Packers pick it up. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Fields' throw pulled in by Robinson here. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10. And the rush coming, and he's taken down. 2nd and 14. Another try after the first down sack. Fields, he'll get this underneath to Montgomery. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it'll be 3rd and 10. To throw is Fields. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Robinson. And they're going to speed things up here. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. He'll buy some time right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 10. One play action. Fields escaping the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. That is caught. It's Perriman. Touchdown! Breshad Perriman. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bears are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. They'll look to throw. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
So pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
This taken in at the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball-control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
108 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. To throw is Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling.
A good catch there for Marquez Valdez-Scantling. But last year we saw some bigger catches. The NFL leader in yards per reception in 2020.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. From midfield, here's Rodgers. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle 3rd of the field, and that brings up 4th. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Preston Smith there on the stop. On 2nd down, it's Montgomery, and he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Rodgers will drop this underneath for Jones. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now it's Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. On now is the Packers punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on a 6-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, 2nd and 10 from the 25. Out of the gun, Fields. And he checks this one down to Williams. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the former Bear, Adrian Amos. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Rodgers now on 1st down. And that's complete to Adams. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. To throw, it's Rodgers. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Rodgers going to try and run, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Rodgers with his 3rd touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year. And the Packers look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And they're able to ground it in there on the 2-point try. And you and I were talking before the game. The 2-point conversions from the 15-16 season, what has changed, what hasn't changed, partner?
Yeah, I'll tell you what's changed is just your normal strategy, because now you're either kicking the football with the ball on the 15-yard line, or if you decide to go for 2, they put it on the 2-yard line. So what are you thinking as a coach? Do I risk it? Do I go for it here? Do I try and gain a strategic advantage and maybe go for 2 early? That's what people are wondering about.
And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Now a 1st down throw, Fields. And quickly into the hands of Robinson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A play fake, now Fields to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To the air again, Fields. That's complete to Robinson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On first down, Fields. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And down inside the 15 he goes. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. From the 4, this is 2nd down and 1. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off inside the 5. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are...
There he goes, right side. The 40. The 20. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, 88 yards. And the Packers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Here's Cohen now to return. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Here comes Justin Fields and the rest of the Bears offense. And those numbers, they kind of tell the story of his game so far. Started off not so hot. Now he's really heated up.
And remember, he signed up for duty as the guy who leads the team, right? The field general, the signal caller. So when things go rocky early, he can't just exit out and ask someone else to pick things up. He's got to do it himself, and that's what he's done here in this game.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Fields. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. On first down, it's Fields. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Again, Fields. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Now they got to get to the line quickly. 3rd and long. It's Fields. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And that is caught. One-handed. Oh, my. He pulled it in. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Fields now to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the former Bear, Adrian Amos. And the Packers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay.